Hello. Yes, that is right. Oi, oi, it's your boy from across the pond. UK funnies. Ricky J. Take this picture off, guys. The hell? Let's try that again, shall we? Let's run it back. Sorry about this. My apologies here. My apologies. In 1 second, guy. My severe apologies about it isn't happening. Me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Really sorry. My big apologies. Let's try that again, shall we? So, oi, it's your boy from across the pond, you guys. That is Ricky J, bringing you the hardest intakes, full predictions, and straight up banner from across the pond. Welcome to Where the Bell Never Stops Ringing. Welcome to the People's Wrestling Podcast. So you go ahead right now, like, share, subscribe again. My apologies about the technical difficulties. Hopefully they won't happen again. Once again, I am still looking for a cause. So if you want that to be you, let me know. Let's kickstart this one into gear, and let's get going with the very first segment here, which of course is what's cooking at the table. So what have I been up to? What things have I been doing? So kind of same as per, heading to the gym, keeping fit, going to my walking groups, going to my games and going to my games club, but my chess and table tennis does seem to be improving. Did go to my craft class that I always go to and did it colouring of another picture, and there it is. And you can see it because of the lights, but there it is, guys. So that's the next one I've done. Already started the one after that. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek here. That's what you're going to get here on the People's Wrestling channel. So already started the next one. So there we are. That's kind of pretty much all I have been up to. As well as catching up on TV. That is pretty much it. So guys, you guys let me know what you've been up to, what you've got coming up. What I've got coming up is indeed more of the same. But speaking of TV, speaking of watching stuff, let's go rolling into the next segment, which is rolling out that red carpet, the actors, the actresses, small or big, the silver screen, the big screen is talking about it. It can only be one thing and one thing only, and that is... Without adding a new thing here, it is... That is right. Movie talk. For what? 3 film movies I've been watching. And they are... Avatar, Fire and Ash. So Avatar 3. This was a good enough movie, but long, over 3 hours long for a movie is kind of too long for anybody, really, I think. But, you know, decent. I'm going to give it a letter grading of B. The second movie I've watched is Killer Whale. For a B movie, this was decent. One second, guys, just 1 second. 1 second. So yeah, for a B movie, this was actually quite decent. Because the killer whales are killer animals, and the name is in the title. But people think like more about being sharks, being that ferocious beast, that ferocious predator in the sea. Never really think of a killer whale. People don't think so. This was actually quite decent. Like I said, I'm going to give this a B. And last but not least, Batista's new one, The Wrecking Crew. Did watch this last night. Yeah, good movie. I've said it before, I'll say again, Batista is one of those that can play any sort of role. And it certainly fits him. And I'm going to give this actually a B, an A. I'm going to give this an A. So yeah, those are the movies I watched this week. What movies have you guys got coming up? But as previously stated, I have added a new thing here, and that new thing is Movie of the Month. So what movie did I enjoy last month that stood out for me, that I thought was the best, that I thought was top notch? And the answer is Predator Badlands. For me, that was movie of the month for January 2026. So those are the movies I watched this time around. Let me just delete these just to make room. That is all. 1 second. So we have got a bit of news and headlines. We've got a bit of celebration to do because it is a wrestler's birthday. But first, many big days, many celebrations, many birthdays coming up. So in the description, you want to be inducted to People's Wrestling Channel Hall of Fame. That again, the People's Wrestling Channel Hall of Fame. There's only one way, only you can do that, and that is it in the description. But check this out anyway. That is right. Protein Tees Goldman's one. That again, Protein Tees Goldman's one. And hello to you, the L Juggalo. Whoop whoop is right. Thank you for your comment, and make sure to share, like, subscribe, do all of that. Tell your friends, tell your family, get many views and eyes onto this. We go rolling into segment number 3 here. Like I said, there is finally some news and headlines. So let's get into that studio for me 1 second for that is right. News and headlines. There's some big news heading to Vegas, Stranglemania. I have no idea about that. But thank you for your comments anyway. So yeah, there's only one piece of news, and it's not the biggest piece, but it is news. Let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. And that is let me find it. That is Hulk Hogan. 1 second, remove from his own beer brand. Me 1 second here. 1 second. Vampiro's retirement match was just announced for the show. That's cool. And I think he sent in another comment, if I'm not mistaken. That's GCW's WrestleMania weekend pay-per-view. Cool. GCW does seem to be killing it on YouTube. But there's way too much wrestling out there to keep, even just WWE just to keep up with. So anyway, yes, Hulk Hogan removed from his own beer brand. No, we got too many thoughts on this. You guys let me know your thoughts. But obviously, this is Hulk Hogan, built it's his own brand. He made the brand, built the brand. He's the face of the brand. So odd for Hogan to be removed from it. But WWE feel that they don't need Hogan as the face of it for some reason. Whatever that reason is, I don't know. That's up to them. But that's kind of really my only thoughts on it. So it is big news because it's Hulk Hogan, but that's kind of my only thoughts of it. So yeah, there we are. But we'll move quickly along here because it is a bit of celebration time. 1 second. I'm going to celebrate with That is right, wrestler. Put on your party hat, smack down that people's cake, because it is wrestlers' birthdays time. Would definitely suggest checking out GCW out there. To be honest, it's definitely got potential. I did check out. I did, for a couple of minutes there. Show on YouTube last night, but I saw that Mr. Kennedy, or Mr. Anderson, should I say, and James Storm is wrestling for them. But yes, no, thank you for your comments, El Juggalo. Always appreciated. So yes, wrestlers' birthdays. We've got one birthday today to celebrate, and that is the former NXT Tag Team Champion, one half of the Ascension, Connor. So a big congratulations, to a big celebration to him. Hope his day goes well. Many happy returns. Happy birthday to Connor. There is no this week in wrestling history, so we're going to move right along to looking at today's wrestling, the WWE, the AEW landscape of things with that's right, wrestling. And moving swiftly, moving quickly along here. Did check out AEW. We know massive news. So there's something that happens when it goes down on AEW. I will talk about it. I will discuss it. And I'm just going to get a very quick snack here. The People Snack. Not for J-Rones, not for jabronis. And I keep up that energy for you guys, that high energy, or your unique style of the 1,009 UK. That is Ricky J. But yes, no big news on Dynamite. So I'm going to move right along to the Blue Brand SmackDown. As always, going to go through it. Two matches, 2 segments as per usual. So, Cody Rhodes came out, Randy Orton did, Jey Uso did, Sami Zayn did, Division did, Paul Heyman on the stick, Nick Aldis came out to make a match. Carmelo Hayes retained against Rey Fenix. So, yeah, Carmelo Hayes, Rey Fenix put on a good match. The whole thing at the beginning was merely just to set up the main event later on. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss came out, then Liv Morgan. Then Liv Morgan and Judgment Day Women's Day came out. Nick Aldis made another match, which was Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss defeating and beating Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Axiom scored a victory against Johnny Gargano. So the segment before was merely to set up the women's tag. Charlotte and Alexa building momentum for the Rumble. I'm going to discuss in a second. Axiom meeting Johnny Gargano. At least you've given Axiom some sort of story. AJ Styles came out to cut a promo, followed by Gunter. Ilya Dragunov got the 1, 2, 3 on the Miz. So the Styles, Gunter was merely hyping up their match, and Styles beating the Miz, building momentum heading into the Rumble. And then Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn by DQ came out triumphant. Victorious, also glorious, I believe. I get it. You don't want them to be looking weak heading into the Rumble. And for those that didn't watch my SmackDown watch along, where were you? But I'm going to give that a rating of that. We'll say a sideways thumb for SmackDown. On to the Rumble. So with the Women's Royal Rumble match, there was okay. It was an okay Rumble. The only surprise really was Brie Bella. Cool to see her back. But as an overall Rumble match, it was pretty poor, I thought. You had one surprise and one surprise only. And I get it, though that the other surprise might have took took the attention away, perhaps. And I do need to put up this, so give me 1 second. 1 second. Perhaps more returns would have, took that attention away just from Brie Bella. But your winner of the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble match, Liv Morgan. Gunther retires AJ Styles. They put on a good match. Liv Morgan winning. Cool. I think she really worked her ass off since coming back. She came back from injury, a couple of wins on Raw, and now winning the Rumble. Now, so who does she choose at the big dance? And then Gunther retiring AJ Styles. I was slightly shocked. I thought they would carry on until WrestleMania. I think you need all the big stars you can get. You've now got Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. You could throw, personally, I'm not going to do, but you could throw Cody Rhodes in the mix. Brock Lesnar meant to be retiring this year. So just for that reason, I would have kept Styles there. How I would have booked it, guys, if you're interested, is I would have had Styles surprise Gunther somehow, somewhere. Styles then goes on to win the Chamber, get a title shot against Drew. In Cody Styles probably wants to be champion, he said. So, in 1 second, my pick just took a bump. But Styles, he wants to be champion. So then Styles wins the Chamber, goes on to face Drew. Then Gunther wants his win back. You make it a triple threat. Gunther Styles' career can be on the line. Gunther, and that same finish, that same thing goes down. Gunther passes out Styles. So then Drew's not factored into the finish, and then Gunther walks out champion. That's how I would have done it, but there we are. They didn't do it that way. Speaking of champions, still your WWE undisputed champion, Drew McIntyre, and then your men's Royal Rumble. They saw a number of surprises. La Parca, Mr. Iguana. I get it. The triple A. They're going to promote Triple A as well. Powerhouse Hobbs or Royce Keys. Unfortunately, does just feel already like another guy on the roster. Obafemi had a great showing, but ultimately coming out on top, a main event in WrestleMania 42 is the head of the table, the OTT Roman Reigns. So Drew McIntyre retaining, great. A slight bit of me thought, are they going to put the title on Sammy because it's Saudi? And then Roman Reigns winning the Rumble, I have no issue with. So Rumble rating, I guess an almost thumbs up, but about there, something like that is my rating for the Rumble. Into Monday Night Raw, that saw Braun Breaker kicking on Monday Night Raw, destroying the set, destroying the announce table. He gets on the mic, and then Pierce comes out, and then LA Knight attacks. First match of the night, Javon Evans it goes over El Grande Americano. The Usos came out to cut a promo, so let's go through all of that. The stuff at the beginning of the night was cool. That's how you make Braun Breaker look like a badass. Javon Evans knocking off El Grande Americano, cool. And the Usos really said nothing. Gunther came out, great. He got, came out to AJ Styles music. That was great. Great way of getting heat. Dragon Lee came out, but then he got beaten down. The ruler, and then the ruler, Obafemi, whooped and destroyed the War Raiders. The Bella Twins came out to cut a promo, so I get it. Dragon Lee, AJ Styles were tag team champions. Generally, as fans, it does a little bit continue the heat. Cool. Over just looked absolutely, just over destroying the War Raiders. A great showing, a great debut for the ruler. The Bella Twins promo, okay. Surreal to see Brie Bella back, since considering her husband is in the competition for WWE. Just, I never thought we'd see Brie Bella back, so surreal to see her back. Penta via countout was your winner chicken dinner against Bronson Reed. Dominic Mysterio came out, got on the stick, followed by Liv Morgan on the mic. Philadelphia Street Fight, still your reigning defending women's world champion, Stephanie Foucault. So Penta beating Bronson Reed, cool. The cool to see Dominic Mysterio back. The Liv Morgan promo was good. And then Stephanie Vicky returning. I'm not a big fan of her theme. What do you guys think about it? I did think they were going to give the title to Raquel, or would have made more sense just for storyline wise, storyline purposes, but okay. And then your main event segment, your main event of the show, the final boss, main event spots. So Roman Reigns come out and CM Punk did, and now set happening in place for WrestleMania. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, the Men's World Championship. Good Raw. Good way to end it, and I give you a thumbs up. On to NXT, that we now find out that Robert Stone is your interim GM. Yeah, good choice there. Why not? I expected it. That's what it would be. Izzy Dame is still your women's North American champion after dispatching 2 opponents in Thea Hale and Lola Vice. Tony D'Angelo came out and gone on his microphone and said his words, his thoughts of his cerebral to the NXT universe. Elio Flair sent packing Charlie Dempsey in a speed match. So Izzy Dame retaining, no shocker there. I think you've been a good champion so far. The Tony D'Angelo promo was cool. Him speaking in his real accent is a little bit surreal. And Elio Flair, cool. We then had, before Fatal Influence, so yeah, Fatal Influence came out, they cut a promo, but before this something happened. I mean, 1 second, I can't actually read my own writing here, guys. I mean, 1 second, very ill prepared, but give me 1 second. 1 extra second here. One more second, and I'll be with you. Oh, that was it. The Elegance brand. The Elegance brand retained their TNA Knockout Tag Team titles against Sol Ruka and Zarya. Stax and Lexus King picked up a victory against Chase U. So no shocker about the Elegance brand retaining. Stax, so Lexus King back on winning ways as he should be. And then interestingly, you had Uriah Connors join Stax and Lexus King. So I think this is cool. That keeps him interesting. It keeps Chase U interesting. Fatal Influence came out. Jason James on the stick. Zori came out. Kendall Graham and Sinclair did. So Ruka did. Then Robert Stone did. And then your main event in the evening with a brand new men's NXT champion. Say his name, and he appears in a ladder match against 6 others. Joe Hendry. So the women's promos, cool. I think it's interesting, the kind of the development between Zarya and Sol Ruka, and then Joe Henry is your new NXT champion. It was either going to be him or Ricky Saints. So great choice in Joe Hendry. And I give NXT a thumbs up. On to Evolve. Where else are you getting Evolve results? There's all not one, not two, not even three, but a fatal four. A fresh, brand spanking new action. So, Tara May Steele sent for an early shower of Collie Bright. Drake Monroe was on winning ways against Sam Holloway. So cool for Tara May Steele, cool for Drake Monroe. Dante Chen with his head arm race in victory against Trill London. And still your men's Evolve champion after knocking off and sending away Cam Hendricks is Jackson Drake. So again, cool win for Dante Chen. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If it wasn't for Evolve, someone like him would have been released months ago. Yeah, definitely months ago. And then Jackson Drake retained. I think Jackson has been a good champion. And I give Evolve a sideways thumb of rating. So one more ad to play, one more segment to do, then I'm out here later on to my SmackDown watch along. Make sure to tune in and check that out, guys. But like I said, I've got an ad to players that may do that right about now. That is right. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. As we get rocking and rolling, that is right. Rocking and rolling. With the final segment, of course, is that is right. Wrestling Days Out. Make sure to go and check out my predictions for the show that I went to and the vlog, but I'm here to tell you all about the show, my experience of it, my journey, food and drink before, afterwards, all of that, because I did go to a show, and that show was GPW back with a bang. So yeah, this was a good enough show. 1 second just to delete and make room. So yeah, this was a good enough show in Hindley. The train journey to and from, smooth, no problems there, nothing late, nothing delayed. So the journey going, I did grab myself, I'm very, very much needed. I was so very, very hungry. McDonald's meal that fills a spot. Got to the show itself. Good enough show. We actually saw a surprising title change, a tag team title change. The venue is good enough. The drinks are good enough. £5, 5 English pounds for a kind of red stripe, which is not too bad, really, I don't think. But yeah, good enough show, GPW always says. And then on the journey back, did at the train station, had a little time to, quite a lot of time to kill. We had an hour to kill. I was feeling a little peckish, so made use of a vending machine. But to end the night, I did give myself a pizza meal, pizza, chips, drink, dips, all of that. Very delicious, very well needed, very much needed. Definitely filled me up. And so yeah, so that's my experience. That's my thoughts on GPW Back with a Bang, the show, the journey, all of that. And I'm going to give, for those that haven't watched my vlog, I'm going to give the show a thumbs up. My next show that the predictions will be out for tomorrow, in fact, is this weekend. My next show is this weekend. This is Wrestling Slamentine's Day. So yeah, the predictions, like I said, will be out tomorrow, and then my vlog should hopefully be up on Sunday. But I'm not stopped there. Tonight, SmackDown Watch Along, so check that out tonight. And then, like I said, predictions out tomorrow, vlog out on Sunday, Raw match of the week, show of the week, and Raw review out on Sunday also, or at least just match of the week and show of the week. But I suppose I could do that for you guys tomorrow. So we'll have to really wait and see just how much content I want to throw your way, guys. May even do that after SmackDown tonight. We'll have to wait and see when I'm going to do that. But match of the week, show of the week coming your way, predictions, vlog, all of that. That's why you need to get me to the next big milestone. I'm 8 away from 490. So go ahead, share, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys tonight for my SmackDown watch along. But always remember that it's Ricky J bringing everybody's bites to the fight.